Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, everybody, how we doing? How we doing? How we doing today, y'all? Hopefully we are doing okay. You know, I'm going to talk about this today because what I'm about to talk about is going to be layered. It's beyond the title that I gave it. But eventually, I'm going to have to touch this Kamala Harris stuff. And I know that a lot of my audience does not like it when I even so much as mention political things or anything having to do with an election or what I think about the people who are running for office, candidates and whatnot. And I've always made known that if you want deep dives into politics and the policies, and there are much better channels than mine to get that from, because I'm not a political channel. But my understanding of these people is so different than everybody else's understanding of these people meaning the candidates, that it's almost comical to me. Almost. If it wasn't so destructive, it would be funny. But unfortunately, America is circling the drain pretty hard right now. And I don't think that I think we're on a perpetual downward spiral at this point. There may be a few peaks, but we're pretty much in the valleys. And I think that it's going to stay in the valleys. Because I'm sorry, I just got to say it. This election is a joke. Y'all do know that, don't y'all? Y'all know this election is a joke, right? Y'all know we being trolled hard. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate you. Said what it is, Steve. Thank you so very much. Don't make me change the title of this thing, because listen. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate your contribution. And the only reason I hesitate to talk about my perspective on the election and how stuff is really just playing out is because my people, and I love my people, but we get real, not only defensive, but we get real emotional when we think that whatever our opinion is not being agreed with. Because I got a lot of criticism for both of those people, both of them candidates. I got a lot of criticism. But see, if you criticize Kamala, everybody thinks that you're automatically in Trump's favor. So people already think I'm in Trump's favor. I never said that. I don't like him as a president. He can be funny at times. I think he needs to be where he's been. Sort of in the background, and if he gonna do Celebrity Apprentice or something like that, like he funny in that way, like he's entertaining in that particular space. And although some things I think he actually didn't do too bad a job on, it's still not giving I want to vote for him. Thank you, Ruminants. And honestly, the elections from 2016 on they've been trash. Oh, thank you. So they're going for the hat trick. Yeah. I mean, ever since like it became trash after Obama thing, right? Because like it hit like okay, this is historical. First black man to ever become a president. Like the first anybody that wasn't a white man. You understand? Became the president, right? And it's like, oh wow, okay, historical moment. You know what I'm saying? Even though I understand the political landscape, not from technicality and policy and this law and that. I understand it almost from a spiritual space. That's why I don't put no stock into it. But it's been a dog and pony show. More, it's been trash, but it's also been a anything with jazz hands. Like they've been jazz handing us. Jazz hands. Both from both parties. We're getting jazz hands, and I don't like it. Why are you giving me jazz hands? I don't like jazz hands. Why are you giving me jazz hands? Thank you, Miss Celine. I don't want to say anything about this other than the future of this country scares me on both ends of the political spectrum, because I don't like the far right, but I don't like the far left either. I'm gonna leave it alone because that's not what today's show is about. I just don't like it that they're giving us jazz hands. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this. This is ridiculous. So we got on one end, we got a guy that, for all intents and purposes, should not even be running because he's been convicted. Now he probably never gonna see no jail time, but he has been convicted of these various charges. So technically, you're a convict. So he shouldn't even be there. And I knew that Kamala was going to be in the running. I knew that because Biden doesn't know his elbow from a hole in the ground. And good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Because I'm going to say this and I'm going to get to my actual topic for today. I don't know how Biden ever got a pass from black people. Ever since that 94 crime bill, he has never gotten a pass from me for that. The destruction of the black family, the annihilation of the black family. How many black men went to jail for life after that? On 3 strikes. And not even the drug dealers. It was the drug addicts. They criminalized being an addict, not a dealer. They criminalized the addict and put them in jail for possession, small amounts. just enough for them to smoke. And you put somebody in jail for lengthy periods of time. They didn't criminalize that opioid crisis. That's a health crisis, right? And so that crime bill that happened under Clinton's administration, you just YouTube the way Biden sat there and talked about black folk when he was introducing that bill and explaining it. And you tell me, is it any better than anything that you've ever heard Trump say about black people and how he referred to black people? The way that old man sat there in front of everybody and ran down black people like it was nobody's business. I'm glad he done lost his mind. Suffer. Thank you, Phineas. And nothing is new. The circus just been exposed for the tip jar. Thank you so much. And this is what I'm talking about. Don't nobody care what his policies is either. Neither of them are good options. Because from what I understand, he's trying to bring back the whole stop and frisk thing. That was a horror show for black men. That was a horror show. Nobody liked that. Anyway. So I wanted to thank you, Will, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Anyways, I wanted to talk about, I just had to get that off my chest. I just had to get that thought out my head because it was bothering me. But let's get to the topic that I was going to talk about. Women are in no position to make demands. Now, I got two videos. It's a black lady and she does like, sometimes she do skits and things of that nature. But a lot of times she be saying some real stuff in her clips. And I'm going to show y'all the first video. And in the video, she's commenting on something that Ace Metaphor said. And it was layered. It was layered. And apparently he responded to her in some fashion. And then she did like a second video. that was talking to him. And because it's layered, I want to talk about all the different layers that she's discussing. Now, mind you, she's cursing and stuff like that. So be aware that she about to cuss. But of course, I'm not going to cut it or anything like that.
Listen to this shit real quick.
Your lady still cares enough to tell you that she needs you to change. I need you to take heed, because that means she still cares. You need to start worrying when she stops. When she stops trying to get you to be better. When she stops trying to get you to see that she needs change in this relationship. She needs to see improvement. You call it nagging. But brother, she is trying to give you a warning. Because I tell you, at some point, she gonna stop asking for improvement. At some point, she gonna stop caring. And you gonna think the relationship is getting better. No, she just emotionally checking out. She's detaching. And by the time you figure it out, she long gone.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. So tired of you. I'm so tired of this motherfucking Derek Jackson ass narrative with you niggas and shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up. All right, shut the fuck up. The problem is that it's not enough niggas on here telling bitches what the fuck it really is. They keep telling them, keep catering, keep pandering to these motherfucking bitches. No, come on now. The reality is that sometimes if a nigga don't change, it's because, bitch, you don't represent the change that you want out of a motherfucking nigga, bitch. That's what I keep talking about. Y'all want to keep telling these bitches the motherfucking truth. Tell them the truth. Y'all niggas got to stop running these narratives because you want motherfucking pussy on a goddamn gram. Come on now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with this bullshit. Tell these bitches the motherfucking truth. Yeah, that shit might have worked with these bitches back in the day. Bitches who had real substance and values and motherfucking morale. Not these motherfucking modern day ass bitches today. Get the fuck out of here. That shit don't work with them. That shit don't work with them because these bitches too far up their motherfucking own ass. These BBLs and these motherfucking lace front wigs and these goddamn Maybelline makeups and shit mean more than a motherfucking nigga. Some of you bitches don't even cook good enough for a nigga to even hear what the fuck you got to say. Come on now. You don't even keep a clean house good enough for a nigga to even hear what the fuck you got to say. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't out here sucking dick good enough. The suck ain't sucking, bitch. I beg all the time for the nigga to get his motherfucking dick waxed. I ain't never known a nigga who out here getting his dick waxed unmercifully when he hit the motherfucking door. Out here complaining about he ain't listening what the fuck a bitch got to say or her motherfucking mouth. Niggas hear loud and clear when they getting that dick sucked. Especially suck good. Niggas hear loud and motherfucking clear. You ain't gotta say that shit, but one time. I'm telling y'all, your niggas keep running with that motherfucking narrative. Keep telling these bitches that bullshit because you out here trying to get motherfucking pussy. These bitches ain't out here doing the motherfucking necessary shit to make themselves a better woman, to be out here asking for a nigga for a motherfucking thing. Listen to
now. She ain't lying. I told you she was cussing and can on. But sometimes that's not the point, whether or not she's being feminine in her delivery or not. Sometimes that don't be the point. Because sometimes Love Dorsey is not particularly feminine in her delivery, but she don't be lying. It's different ways to get the point across, and everybody's not going to be dainty and you have to be a feminine. Everybody not gonna do that. If that's not how she talk, then I'd rather her show up authentically in the space and show up authentically as her than to put on an air and fake like she gonna talk a certain way or come across a certain way, and she not gonna do that. So I don't really hold it. I don't hold that against her. Okay. I don't hold that against her. It is what it is. Every woman is not going to, not curse, and it just is what it is. But that doesn't mean that the truth was not told. She told the complete truth. Now, couple of things. The clip that she was commenting on was Ace Metaphor talking about, and see, Ace Metaphor's doing his thing. Right? he got a hustle going, whatever. Do I be agreeing with the stuff he be saying? For the most part, no, I don't. I do not. He do a lot of, trying to pander to the sisterhood. He do a lot of trying to figure out, because ain't no chick, if she is a lioness, she's using her femininity and her insight to try to drive her man forward. We don't be nagging. You don't be nagging. And a lioness that nag just simply needs to learn a different method to do what she's trying to do. She just needs to learn a different method for it so it doesn't come off as a nag. Okay? But lionesses don't be nagging. We know how to say something once. We might say it twice. Not going to keep on going with it every other day. I'm not going to keep saying that. Not going to keep on saying that. Because here's why not. Because as a grown man, we counting on you to figure that out. We're here to give the support. We're here to give the insight. We are here to present to you might want to step it up. We're going to use our hypergamy on you. We're going to use it on you. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. I make no apologies for that. We're going to use our hypergamy on you. And then it's up to you to make the necessary adjustments of what you're gonna do. Because we're not here to make you do it, because the reality is you can't make people do nothing. You can't make nobody do nothing. Nobody can just make somebody. You can strongly influence, but just force, especially trying to force a man to do a particular type of thing, what's the point in that? Because I don't want nothing done for me or around me that's begrudgingly. Don't begrudgingly, or I don't really want to. Hey, you know what? Don't do it. It's good. We good. And we're counting on our men to understand the importance of whatever issue that we brought up or whatever, because we're trying to impress the importance upon him. So we're waiting on him to pick up the ball. Okay? Just like I tell every lioness, don't problem solve for no man. Don't do it. Don't problem solve for no man. Don't do it. That is not your job. He not even gonna take it kindly, no way. So don't do it. But the way in which Ace Metaphor was talking about it was like a chick that's constantly bothering you and trying to tell you what to do, and you're not doing it. And then when she finally stopped, then you're gonna lose her. Like, it's coming from a weird place that's not helpful to anybody. And it's a pander, because this is what these hyenas be talking about. I can't be building no man, and I'm not gonna be his mama. And these men just want their mama, and I'm not here to raise no man, and that sort of thing. It just appeals to them without holding them accountable to anything. See, I don't like the appeal without holding accountable to anything. Because the men that they really complaining about is really just hyena males. It be their crew that they complaining about, because the complaints are not completely false. It's just that they talking about male hyenas. Men that play too many games, men that's not serious, the hobosexuals, the guys that play with your time, the guys that don't, he kind of, faking here and there, and he don't really got no plan. He's just real chaotic and he toxic and all that. They just complaining about male hyenas. That's who they complaining about. They complaining about guys that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't doing nothing. He may go to work and come back. Because, see, all these guys is not broke and dusty and not working. And so he may go to, but he don't. But the problem with that kind of guy sometimes is he chaotic in his life, poor thing. He chaotic. He ain't got no direction to give him or nobody. Yes, we call them hyenas. That's who I'm referring to. And that's who they referring to, hyenas. They don't want to say that, but that's what it is. Because them the only men I know that live in the same kind of chaos that females live in. Them the only men I know like that. They just as chaotic. They don't have a sound way that they live. So they doing anything. Flying by the seat of their pants all day. You know, the most thing that's got any structure is the little job they got. They go to work and come back, you know. But other than that, they got a whacked out mindset too. Relationship be all messed up. Cause he don't know how to lead nothing. He figured cause he there and you there, that's supposed to be enough. Boy, if you don't create a system or a structure, get out my face. But then be the hyenas. Exactly. Precisely. And this is what I be trying to tell lionesses so they don't get caught up. A man that can't tell you no type of plan for more than a couple of months ahead, you might want to steer clear. Might want to steer clear because he's not clear. He's not clear. So if he's not clear, he can't give you clarity. People can't give what they don't have. So if a man is unclear, if he's at a point in his life where he's unclear about what he needs to be doing and where he's going and how he gonna get there and trying to figure it out, if he's not clear about the goal that he's trying to reach, there's no way he can give you clarity. You're gonna always be in a state of not knowing what's next because he don't know what's next. And he gonna get frustrated with you asking him what's next because he don't know what's next. So now he gonna get mad at you for asking him that. Because now he got to either try to think of a lie about it, or the quickest thing is to just get mad at you. That's a whole argument. Man, you always getting on my case, always talking. Man, listen, you know, that gets away from the question that was asked. Men that have a goal, a vision, something he's thinking about, that's a non-starter question. What's happening? He gonna tell you that off the bat. I keep telling folks that. I keep telling lionesses that. A lion to know where you going, he gonna tell you where you going. The only lions that don't know where they be going be young lions. You know, he young, early 20s, mid 20s. He may not quite know yet exactly. But leaving what Ace Metaphor said, which, anyway, I ain't gonna talk bad. But I'm going to go to the point of why I named this the way that I did. But first, we're going to go to a commercial break. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Because I need everybody to hit the link at the top of the chat. Go to ashkicking.com. The summer, we are in the latter part of the summertime, but it's still warm enough to go outside in your sundress on and your tank tops and your polo shirts and your sandals. It's plenty. We got plenty of sun and summer left. So that means you're going to have your skin moisturized with some of the best body butter on the market. So to keep your skin nice and glowing, looking its best, feeling good, and smelling good, you're going to have to go to ashkicking.com. The link is at the top of the chat. Also, if this is going to be your first order, you definitely want to utilize a 10% discount using the promo code Crimson. All right. Don't know how many likes I need, but I owe you guys a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Let's see what else I got. Thank you, Courtesy. Creme de la creme. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So why did I name it? Because she hit on something towards the end of that video. That a lot of these chicks, y'all are not in position to be making demands and complaining. Because y'all don't like to do the simple stuff. And she brought it up. Y'all are not even cleaning the house good enough for a man to listen to what you got to say. You're not cooking good enough for a man to listen to what you have to say. You're not even sucking eggplant good enough for a man to be taking you seriously. Now, what does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? If you can't keep up the basics of your end of the bargain in a relationship, your word is null and void, beloved. See, when you want to be in a relationship as a woman, but you don't want to do anything as a woman in the relationship, you become not important. Your word not important because you don't even contribute your femininity, your insight, your intellect, nothing. You don't contribute anything to the relationship. And y'all always just think I'm talking about money, but I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about contributing your feminine energy to the relationship. And y'all can't even keep up the basics. Cook, clean, at least some decent sex. Make it to where it would be wrong of him to dismiss you. Make it to where it would be wrong of him to dismiss you. Make it to where when you talk to him, he can't be like, you don't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He got to think about, no, she be coming through. She be coming through. She be coming through for me. So ain't no way that I can't consider her. There's no way that when she comes to me and she asks me things or she brings a concern or any of them things, there's no way that I can really just ignore her. I would be doing her dirty if I did that, because she don't do me dirty. The stuff that I ask for, she gives to me. Whether I have to ask for it, whether I don't have to ask for it, things get done to my satisfaction and the stuff that I'm looking for in a relationship. So if she's doing that, ain't no way that I'm about to just dismiss everything she say every time she say it. And that's what she's saying in the video. Like, y'all not even in position to make the demand. Y'all are not doing the necessary things as a group of women to become better women so that the men have to pay attention to you. A lot of women do not understand. What I've come to understand is a lot of women don't think that they have to earn respect. And you do. You do got to earn respect. You got to make it to where you earned that your word earned respect. That he got to respect stuff you say. Because when you just sit in a relationship, but you don't contribute to that relationship in any way, shape, or form, the stuff that you talking about is neither here nor there. Because you become a child in the relationship, just the same as you have children, right? Now, you don't just completely ignore your kids, but it's certain areas that they can't have input in. Because, beloved, you a child. You don't even know the ins and outs. So like a child can't come and be all in the business of how the parents are distributing the money and how they're, you know what I'm saying, which bill they're going to pay, which bill. Like a kid can't do that. Because that's not their ministry. They're not supposed to do that. And they word on the matter is, it almost upsets you. You'll get mad if they, because you feel like they overstepping their bounds. And what are you saying? Can't listen to you. You a whole child. And y'all women put yourself in a position of being a child. Y'all be so scared that submitting makes you a child. But it don't really, especially if you understand how to submit and what submission actually is and what you're submitting to. That doesn't make you a child. That actually earns respect. See, you gotta see when women are doing, let me tell you something, ladies. When you're doing what you're supposed to do, instead of being scared that if you open up and do what you're supposed to do as a woman, you're gonna get hurt. Instead of approaching it from a standpoint of fear, use it as a vetting tool. Use it as a vetting tool. So y'all gotta use y'all femininity as a vet tool. Because I promise you, if you doing what you're supposed to do and he can't give you the correct masculine responses to those things, red flag. That's a whole red flag. You got to get rid of that. You got to get out of that. Got to get out of that. Because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in a relationship, you submitting, you doing all kinds of stuff, and you still get disregarded, you still get disrespected, still nothing that you say matters, you can't be considered, you're being ignored, you're being stepped over. This is the wrong place to put your energy. He just got exposed. He just got exposed. Because if I come up and I'm not giving you no excuse to do me dirty and you do me dirty anyway, okay. Now, apparently he responded somehow. I don't know what his response was. But the thing that lets me know he responded is because of how she phrased this next video. And we're going to talk about that because I thought it was very interesting.
Top of the morning. So yesterday I made a post and it was me talking at you. Now today it's me talking to you because I feel like at times we always tell people what they need to be doing, but we don't necessarily show them how to be better. So this is me today doing my part to show you how to be better. Okay. And you can either take my advice or you can choose not to. But it wasn't a personal attack on the person per se, but it was a personal attack on the message. Okay. I'm just so tired of the message because I made a comment in my post. I said that you don't represent the change that you want out of a nigga. And it might have skated over a lot of people. But if I have to break it down, you aren't, I'm talking about a woman or a female. You aren't an example of what the fuck you want from him. See, right now we're living in a society where we're pushing a narrative of so much superficial bullshit that we are so detached from reality that the superficial shit is taking higher priority. See, y'all want a man to make changes organically, but then you females are buying your way into the change that you want for your own life. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example because y'all going to say, well, what is she talking about? Like, break it down even more, Indy. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let's just say it's a female and she not happy with her weight, all right? Okay, because we come in all shapes and sizes now, okay? But she's not pleased with her own weight. So at one time, females used to take their ass to the motherfucking gym and bust out 2 or 3 motherfucking sessions, you know, go out there and really work hard. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 days out the week, bust their ass to get to the body that they so desire. Not with nobody else, but what I like for me, what I want to see in me. And when you start to do shit like that organically, you have a newfound respect for yourself. Okay? Now, you got females now, they not necessarily wanting to do the hard work anymore. Now you bitches are saying, you know what? I don't like what I look like. Let me go ahead and find a doctor to go ahead and fix it. Okay, no problem. Oh, I don't like the way I look, so let me now go ahead and find myself a surgeon to go ahead and tape up and staple up my motherfucking stomach so a bitch can stop shoving food down her motherfucking throat. Okay, all right, no problem. Now you bitches is out here taking those Ozempic shots and shit. Y'all not diabetic, but you diabetic like a motherfucker. I mean, you get what I'm saying? This is the narrative. So now you telling me that you're the same female that's gonna find fault in a nigga and tell him that he needs to be changing. So you want the organic change out of him, but you out here buying your way to a better you. Get the fuck out of here. Come on now, it doesn't work like that. You have to set the example. A man doesn't mind listening or taking advice from a woman. It's never been a problem. But he's going to always check the source. You got to be an example of what the fuck you asking out of him. You want a nigga to change organically and respect your opinion. You got to be the woman whose opinion is respected. That's all. Think about this. You out here telling him, I don't want you out here cheating with other bitches, but bitch, you taking shortcuts. You taking shortcuts in life. It might not be the same variation of cheating that he's doing, but you're still cheating your way through life. You're not doing it the right way. You are faking, you a motherfucking fraud. You want him to be consistent. But then, bitch, you not consistent. He come home to an inconsistent bitch. Whatever she feeling today, he gonna feel that motherfucking shit. It's shifting. Bitch, be consistent. Check yourself. It's nothing wrong with checking yourself. It's nothing wrong with apologizing and open your mouth and say, I'm wrong. Hold yourself accountable. You want him to be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. When the last time you opened your mouth and apologized for your behavior? To say I'm wrong. When the last time? That goes a long way with a man. It goes a long way with a person to acknowledge when you're wrong And even if you may not necessarily see things in that way at that moment, the truth is that you open to the possibility of making necessary changes for the better good of the relationship, bitch. It's not always about him having to check who he is. Bitch, check yourself. That's the problem, that these niggas is not telling you on social media. No, bitch, why the fuck you keep asking him to create all of these changes when, bitch, are you making the necessary changes? You ask a female right now, what is it that you're looking for in a man? I can guarantee you a lot of females going to say the same shit. Oh, I want a man who's a protector and a provider. Well, bitch, protecting and providing go a long way. You think that protection just stops at a man physical protection? No. You thinking that providing is just financial? No. How about, bitch, you have to provide too. Your level of provision may not be the same as his, but you still have to provide. You have to provide an environment where he can thrive. You have to provide an environment where he can be a better version of himself. That's your provision over him. You talk about, oh, I want a man to protect me. Well, what about your protection? Because the truth be told is that the guy didn't say this in the video that I posted yesterday, but he talked, y'all bitches is up here talking about, oh, I want a man to change. But the reality is that a lot of you females knock a nigga down just to try to extract that change out of him. And by the time he's finished with your ass, whatever you trying to give him, he's no longer receiving it. Because all he saw was the bitch that you became trying to extract something out of him. Top of the morning.
And whether you liked her delivery or not, it was all facts. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Ezekiel. Shout out to Ezekiel for gifting 10 memberships. If you were one of the lucky recipients of the membership, then put Ezekiel's name in the chat. Okay? And thank him for it. Thank you so much. Now, to sum up what she said, that a lot of females are not going to hear, is that you cannot hold somebody to the same level of accountability that you do not hold yourself. You cannot hold people to the level of accountability that you are unwilling to hold yourself. So if you want a man that is consistently doing things to better himself and become a better version of himself all the time in various areas, whether that's spiritually, whether that's a health, whether that's his family, whether that's his appearance, whether that's his profession, whether that's his education, whatever aspect of his life that he works on, or multiple aspects of his life that he tries to be better at over time. He attempts to make those strides to you know what I'm saying, just to become a better version of himself all the time. There's always room for improvement. There's always room to be better. You want a man like that. And I've said that women always want men that are better than them. Whether they can admit it or not, women always want men that are better than them. Okay? But how much more are you doing? Are you holding yourself to that level of accountability? What version of you do you think he deserves or wants? And let's even remove it from the version of you that he deserves. What version of you do you deserve? Because so many women want men to just accept me the way that I am. But do you accept you the way that you are? Are you acceptable the way that you are? Because Weight is an easy one. Weight is an easy one because it's visual. So if you are overweight and you don't like that weight, you don't like your fupa, you don't like your bra bulge, you don't like, you know what I'm saying? You don't like certain things. Before we get to whether or not he like it, ask yourself if you like it. Because I can guarantee you this. I don't care what no female say. I can guarantee you this. If you don't like that thing about yourself, nobody can like that thing about you. If you don't like it, other people do not like it. If you don't like the way that you look when you take your clothes off, I guarantee you your man feel the same way. Because y'all be wanting somebody to like stuff y'all can't stand. If you can't manage to take your wig off and see your natural hair and be cool with it and let it rock for a while, you got a complex about it. You the one got a complex about what you look like outside your makeup and can't accept that when you are fresh-faced, you are average. Y'all can't accept that. I don't know what it's going to take for you to accept it. When you're fresh-faced, you're average looking. And for so many chicks, they think that's a slur. They think that's a slur. Average, most women are, including me. You're just average looking. I like to say, since y'all hate the word average, since y'all hate that word, and that's akin to calling you ugly. Like I've explained before, there's objectively beautiful and subjectively beautiful. Objectively beautiful people are people like Idris Elba for men and Rihanna for women. Just as an example. Most women are going to say that Idris Elba is handsome. Most men are going to say that Rihanna is pretty. Most men are going to do that. Most women are going to say that. Those are objectively pretty people, right? That most people are going to say, oh, he's handsome. Oh, she's beautiful. For a long time, Halle Berry was objectively beautiful. Objectively so. Most men, even if she wasn't a type, was going to acknowledge that Halle was pretty. Now, they may not say, I don't really like, that's not my type, but she is fine. You understand? And then there are people who are subjectively so, meaning that the people that like you, and the people that don't like you. That's subjective. Y'all got a problem as women coming up out that cake face and that wig. Y'all got a problem with that. You spend so much time not liking it that you never learn to love it. So many of you are not in position to make demands upon the men that you want because you don't make the demand of yourself. You don't demand that you're better. So you can't be somewhere talking about you got to do this and you got to do that. And why come you ain't doing this and why come you ain't doing it? Why aren't you? Why aren't you doing your end of it? Because I asked you to cook and you won't do that. Every time I ask you to cook, you order Uber Eats. I could have ordered Uber Eats. Every time I come in here, this house is barely clean. I asked you to do that. You don't know how to do that. You see how it works? And I don't want, before I go, I don't want nobody to get caught up on the beauty scale thing, because a woman that look better is not a better woman. A woman that's a better woman is a better woman. So she could be a 6 all day. If she a 6 and she coming through as a lioness, she should be able to expect a lion. If she a 5 and she coming through as a lioness and she try to do the best that she can to make herself the best that she can make, inside and out, she should be able to expect a lion. Anyway, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Thank you, Bernard Gohar. In the same vein, a lioness who wasn't raised to be a wife is confronted with a shattering truth in question when confronted with a lion. Is Pookie my reality? Because I can't do anything useful for this lion of a man. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.